Yes, I know you're guarding your treat. Miss Lily. Well, here, bring your treat over here. There, now he can't get it. That's just keep your treat right next to you and Mickey can't take it. And you don't have to sit there and grouse him. She says, but I like to grouse him. Anyway, ruffle shuffle the cards. I'm going to use my Healing Light Tarot deck for this. I really do love this deck because it's all based on energy. So it's one I really connect with. Everything here is energetic, okay? Energy, consciousness, moving waves of energy, conscious energy. But I want to ask about Trump's thing now with Iran, that really he has stepped up the invasion, the things going on with Iran, all holds, you know, he's not even speculating about peace now, if you will. So when he was at Turkey, he said, he was going to have an all-out assault, basically. So let's see what the cards have to say about that. To think there were any peace talks actually taking place, yeah, good luck with that. So it's about, what he wants to think is strengthened, okay? So this is the Nine of Wands, it's about power, it's about the strength, what he thinks is strength, standing guard, standing there, wants to show how strong he is, the big man, if you will, etc. But coming into it, energy coming into it is about democracy. It's also the card of being ruled by the emotions, could be about the rulership of emotions. And with him, the rulership of the emotions is not based upon looking at things in a higher dynamic. He's got his emotions taking charge, okay? And he's got to prove what a big man he is. So above it, this is where things are moving to, the mentality, the mental realm, where it's being moved to, where it's in motion. And the foundation is about charging in, okay? Charging in, sword in hand, again, to show what a big man he is, because he's ruled by his emotions. So this is about, again, the mental realm. Both cards above it and the foundation are about the mental realm, just charging forward, really not looking at any kind of diplomacy at all. So what's going on now, it's about what's being constructed. Or no, what's being handed out, I'm sorry, it's a 6. So what's being handed out, the concrete reality, okay, the ground, the concrete reality of what's being handed out. The challenge is the strength or lack thereof when it comes to all of this. You got the lion up there roaring and all of the energetic things. Above it is about the light on the situation, to see things as they are, with the foundation of just, yet again, the 10 of Swords. See? So, really, what's going on with him, rapidly, mind racing, and the the reality, the light on it is, this is not a good point, okay? The reality and the mental realm is coming down hard of what's being handed out. So potential outcome is the harvest, okay? Looking at the harvest. And the harvest is not great with what he's doing. The outside influence of it is the lovers. Who's supporting what where, okay? Above it, we have the family or the Magatonians, the light on it, where this is moving to. There's a lot of concern by a lot of people with this. The foundation is what's coming in, looking at the actions and where it's moving to, what's coming in with this. So let's see what we have driving the reading going forward, because above it, it's where the things are in motion, mentally, where it's in motion, the light on the family, the Magatonians. Now we know they voted for him because they didn't want wars. And what's he doing? Okay? He's in there, got taken in by Israel, by the Zionists. Okay? And so where this is charging forward, mentally, people are done with it, okay? They're seeing what's coming in. They're looking at the harvest, okay? And I think the lovers is pulling together as a people for what's coming in, what's being handed out, how this thing is being strengthened, which is the challenge. And again, he's wanting to just show how strong he is, and his backlash, which is not ever diplomacy unless he's getting something out of it, if he can make money on it. Otherwise, it's his revenge, it's his drama, it's his hatred, which, of course, he's not directly involved with. He sends others to do his bidding. Okay, they can go die on the battlefield, okay? And he can pretend to be the big man. But let's see what we have. There is an agreement. When it comes to the White House, okay, Four of Wands, and the evidence in hand, the Queen of Pentacles, what's birthing, the evidence in hand, the reality of what's being offered up, and the path he's walking, the choices he's making in life, the Fool, just jumping off willy-nilly with a bid what? To control. So the reality of this, what we're dealing with in spades, if you will, there is a message coming out about the mentality, information about what's being birthed in America, what's coming in, the abundance of stuff, this new things that we're dealing with, the concrete reality of what's happening when it comes to these new actions, when it comes to wanting justice based on our desires. People are wanting to overturn this. They want this to end, okay? But what's being hidden is coming to the table with seeking information, okay? Seeking information in the know, experts, if you will. But he doesn't do that. He just charges forward anyway, doesn't care what any experts have to say, creating this new cup of abominations. All of this stuff is coming forward, And he's in this position of wanting to push back, but all these things are against him, and he is totally mentally tied up in this web of conflict, facing more and more loss across the world because of his mental decline, because of his actions in hand. And the lid is off on this, looking at the deaths, the endings taking place, looking at how he's being ruled by the mind, and what's coming rapidly, what he's trying to hang on to and cling to realistically, the ongoing mental and physical pain. I think this is his health, the decline of his health, and they are wanting to temper, bring to some sort of balance when it comes to Trump. People are looking, investigating, looking deeper at where things are moving to. They're sharing about the past, about the Epstein, about the other things going on. Judgment is coming down, and the wheel is turning. When it comes to the Republicans, the ongoing nightmare they're facing with what's being built and worked on. When it comes to leadership and the wealth, the truth about his mental state, about his delusions, etc. More messages are going to come out concrete about what's being pondered when it comes to controlling actions, new information that's being juggled about their gaslighting, what they're being fed, what he's unwilling to see, the victory coming of a tower moment when it comes to the abuse of power, figuring out the next action, ongoing struggling. They are out in the cold. People are walking away. When it comes to his dark side and all the stuff that's up in the air, what's being constructed is messages about actions, looking at long-term, at the takeaway, and the ongoing mental realm about what's being carried when it comes to the manipulations and the ongoing burden with that. Okay? So with his going after Iran, with this new thing that he's doing, and wanting to, looking at perhaps sending in troops on the ground, a lot more troops on the ground, etc., all-out war, people are not having it, okay? This is another cog in the wheel, if you will, to take him out of power. And the Republicans know the midterms are going to be just absolutely a blue wave, a tsunami. People are so done with it. And so again, they see what happened in Turkey, that he can't even keep who and what is who and what when he's linking Japan with Iran, the Republic of Japan, Iran, the Republic of Japan, and they're going, what? I mean, and he's confusing people, confusing countries, confusing people, doesn't know what the heck he's saying. Now I'm wondering if the time, I don't know about the time difference, if it was actually sundowning time for him when the talks were going on. So the filters were were gone, and people could really just see how bad he actually is. And I doubt he had the all the physicians there to, give him whatever they're giving him to keep him sort of looking rational to some degree. Okay, because he was totally irrational. So this is another big step with this to his decline, to be able, as a bid, to stay in power in any way, shape, or form. So on that note, I'll leave that here, and we'll see you online.